Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of 10-Minute Tuesdays, where we take on career development in 10 minutes or less at a time. So, this week's topic is going to be aimed at veterans or currently serving students, some resources for spouses as well of veterans and currently serving students. So, we're going to focus on translating military experience as well as some resume resources and job search resources. So the first thing I want to talk about is that um, your military service really prepares you for a lot of different things. I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen here. Um, I think this is really important to note. The military really prepares you to work in a variety of jobs, although you may not realize that yet. Um, your military skills can really be marketed in the civilian workplace. That's really what this whole 10-Minute Tuesday is all about. Employers really desire the transferable skills that you gain from the military, things like teamwork, time management, efficiency, discipline, and your coachability, trainability. Often there's a foundation for leadership that gets laid in the military, whether you realize it or not. And then one of the other things that employers like is it fosters this service and community mindedness. Dedication to something bigger than yourself is definitely attractive to employers. So I'm going to turn off my video here and switch over to sharing some website resources with you. So for the rest of the time, I'll just be going through some websites that can be really helpful for you. Military.com has a lot of good things going on. This veterans job section here is really a good one. I like the military skills translator. You put your branch of service in, so we can click on Army, and then you can put in your MOS or your AFSC or your rating, and it will turn something up. So if I put something in like radio operator and we have it do search jobs now, you can see that you can add more things, subspecialties, trainings in schools, so on and so forth. These are some of the basic skills. But if you were to click into one of these, for instance, you might be able to pick up some of your other skills as well here. So not only does it translate your skills, it's a job board as well too. So a lot of times these job functions and skills and abilities are ones that you can pick out and use like in resumes, cover letters, and interviews. So that's a good one. And then ONET Online also has a military crosswalk search. So you can put in your branch of service. Again, we'll just leave Navy and we'll just do this 2445 here. A list will come up. You click into one of them and it gives you a ton of information. So again, gleaning through these to figure out, what fits for you and what language you can use. So one thing about ONET Online, which is what we're looking at right now, is that it is really good for exploring occupations and learning more about salaries and what types of education you're going to need. So that's ONET Online. My Next Move for Veterans is also tied to ONET Online, and both My Next Move and ONET are getting their information from the U.S. Department of Labor, something we call the Occupational Outlook Handbook, or the OOH. But anyway, My Last Move is really keyed in for veterans, and so you can select a branch, Air Force, and we can do put something in, and then you're going to come up with kind of the same. Let's see, training and development specialist. Let's look at that one. You can see the titles in the Air Force, different skills, abilities. It just looks a little different. It's presented a little differently. So that's My Next Move for veterans. You can also get right to the Find Careers by clicking on this military icon too. So same thing. The next few web pages are going to be articles that are going to help you kind of dial into translating your military experience so that a civilian person can understand. So this is the Muse, and this article, I'll go back to the top, is about translating that military experience for the civilian resume. This is written for students who are in college, so it's written to the college audience. That's a really nice article. I love the Muse for all sorts of different things. So they can help with job search, job paths, succeeding, all of those sorts of things. So lots of good stuff on the Muse. We already looked at military.com. They have that, again, that skills translator that you can find here, but they have the resume translation article here. Several of the articles will encourage you to use templates, builders, and makers for resumes. I actually want to dissuade you from doing that. Just open up Word and start typing. Some of these have issues that make your resume hard for applicant tracking systems to read. And since 90 to 95% of employers are using applicant tracking systems, you do not want to get caught in that. I like this UMBC, University of Maryland, I think Baltimore County is what that is. Talks about the VMET document. So the VMET DD form 2586, which is your verification of military experience and training. It gives that whole overview of your career, including sort of like the trainings and schools and such that you might have gone to. And it encourages you to, it teaches you how to request that, what to ask for, and then the items that you might want to gather. And then it just has some other really good information about accomplishment statements and all of that sort of thing. So it's a really good website for veterans, definitely. So I'm going to be honest here for RyanTalent.com. I haven't looked at this book, but I have done some listening to this podcast right here. Recruiter provides valuable insight on how to perfect your resume. It is very good. Excuse me. So you might want to give that one a listen. And then the jobhunt.org. Again, don't use these, but there's a lot of good information here, again, about translating that experience. And this section right here in particular is an important one. And I think last but not least, I want to talk really quickly about LinkedIn. LinkedIn will offer you a premium account as a veteran or as the spouse of a veteran for 1 year. Be wise about when you use that. You might want to make sure you have it when you're doing your job search. There are some perks to the premium account. You get better networking, better access to jobs, better connection options. The other piece about LinkedIn is that as a UWS student, you have full access to the LinkedIn Learning Library, and that can help you gain a few more extra skills, learn a couple more things that might make you more qualified for jobs. So I'm going to stop there, start my video up, and just want to say again, thank you for joining us this week for 10-Minute Tuesdays, where we take on career development topics in 10 minutes at a time or less. Take good care out there.